Friends, hello, welcome back. So today we're going to be beginning our Madden NFL 21 ratings prediction series. Always do keep in mind these are predictions for ratings, not predictions or top 10 as in the 10 best players in the league, but the 10 best players from a rating standpoint. Starting with the QBs today at number 10, we have Deshaun Watson. Watson is going to play a big part in the future of this league. Unfortunately, they have a coach that doesn't quite understand that or understand much of really anything for that matter here after seeing this offseason. Nonetheless, we've seen those flashes of greatness out of Watson on multiple occasions, and this is going to be an interesting year for him, seeing Hopkins out the door. We're going to hit him with that 85 overall. Number 9, we have Ben Roethlisberger. I don't really understand the Roethlisberger disrespect. Listen, I'm a diehard Bengals fan. There is nothing more I'd like to see than the Steelers go 0-16 next year. And I'm telling you that giving Roethlisberger an 81 overall is just way too low. He came into this season at least at an 85. Here's my question. Has anyone seen how, forget about Antonio Brown for a second. Has anybody seen how Antonio Brown played when Big Ben got injured? Don't worry, you can look back. He gets injured 3-4 games every single season now, it seems like. This offense falls to pieces. We've seen it again last season. It's atrocious. When Big Ben is not on the field, this offense doesn't have a clue. And when Big Ben's on the field, they're dominant. Big Ben just came off a 5,000-yard passing season, led the league. And, you know, we can talk about the Antonio Browns, the weapons around him. How'd Juju do last year? How'd Mike Wallace do when he left the Steelers? What about Martavis Bryant? Where's he at right now? The way that these players played on the Steelers and then how they played when they left the team, it's clear how big of an impact Big Ben had on them and how good of a quarterback that he is. I understand his road struggles. I think he deserves a higher overall than what we're giving him, but we're going to give him the 85 because Madden gave him the 85 to start the season, so I see that as a feasible overall. Again, next year, I can't imagine him upgrading him coming off a year where he didn't play. Then we have at number 8, Matt Ryan, good old Matty Ice, 4,466 pass yards, 26 TDs, 14 INTs, 66.2% completion percentage this season, coming off a year where EA started him at an 89 overall, and he fell down to that 87, and I think EA has it about right there when we're talking about Matt Ryan, right around that 87. That's where we're going to place him at number 8 on the list. Number 7 is Dak Prescott. What a breakout season he did have. 4,902 passing yards, 30 touchdowns, 11 INTs, 65.1% completion percentage, 277 rush yards. We'll throw that on there. Might help his stats out a little bit there. But Dak had a stellar year. End of story. Breakout year. Still leaving question marks though. Obviously, can he maintain that? That's the big question. Can he do that year in and year out? And that's the reason we're seeing the contract negotiation stuff continue to linger on here in Dallas. But for now, you got to give the man props for the way he played last season. 88 overall for Dak Prescott. Number 6 is Tom Brady. Brady's going to be a controversial overall next season, no matter what the overall is, I think here. He came off a down year. He's 42, which makes it even, more glaring. Is it a decline because of the age? Throughout this man's entire career, ESPN has made a living off of the Patriots starting the season slow every single year. I'm sure we can all remember one. Oh, they just got blown out by the Chiefs. Their season's over. Remember that season? 2-2, went out to dominate the rest of the year. It's every single year. This offensive line can't protect Brady. He has no weapons. What's he gonna do? Whatever it is, Brady's struggling. By the second half of the season, by the end of every single one of those years, the Patriots are dominant. They're tearing teams apart limb for limb, and Brady's at the forefront. We did not see that last season. We've seen that defense take over the game. We've seen Bill Belichick coach to the best of his abilities, as he always has during Brady's tenure here, to help this team win games. Brady struggled. Had a good season still, but for Brady, there was a clear decline there, and I think you have to look and wonder, how's TB12 going to do in TB this season with them weapons around him? There ain't going to be no excuses this season when it comes to weapons around him, but we got to downgrade him from that 91 Madden had him at. Now we're going to say an 80, we're going to say 89. Let's say an 89 overall for Tom Brady. Number 5 is Lamar Jackson. Where Lamar lands on this list will without a doubt be controversial as well, much like Brady. I mean, at the end of the day though, this is a quarterback's list. And this man threw for 3,127 yards last season. That's good for 22nd in the league among quarterbacks. 36 TDs, 5 INTs, an outstanding ratio. He got the ball in the back of the end zone. 1,200 rushing yards, and MVP to his name. Much deserved, as he was, the reason this offense was as dominant as it was this season. So you can go out there and say, when he had to throw the ball, he got the job done. That's facts. But I don't think you can give a guy that has one full season in his career played here top 5 QB passing ratings in a video game when he hasn't proved that yet. You can't throw for 3,000 yards and be deemed a top 5 passer in the league. And I think that's going to keep his overall down here, because he's going to have that boost from the running abilities and so forth there. 92 overall for Lamar Jackson. Number 4 is Aaron Rodgers. It's interesting to see the Rodgers-Brady ratings given by EA throughout the season. Brady had the edge all year. Brady had the higher overall going into the season. He had the higher overall ending the season. My question is, what did Brady do better? Rodgers leads this team to a 13-3 season. Sure, Aaron Jones had 6,219 touchdowns this season, but Rodgers had another dominant year. No one was questioning the downfall of Rodgers this season like they was Brady the entire season. I'm going to leave it at that. Rodgers needs the 92 here. Rodgers is still a good quarterback in this league, a great quarterback in this league, and deservedly so of it. Number 3, we got Big Russell Wilson. 4,110 passing yards, 31 touchdowns, 5 INTs, 66.1% of that completion percentage, and he ran for about 342 this season. What makes an elite quarterback to me, and the reason you put Russell Wilson at this high overall, Madden gave him a 97 to end the year this year, and the reason you keep him up in that upper 90s, mid 90s range is because I think of him as an elite quarterback. What is an elite quarterback to me? It is a quarterback that goes out there, doesn't matter what's around him, he makes it work. We've seen Russell Wilson prove time and time again that even when his wide receivers corps is depleted, when there's guys down, there's guys missing, maybe just don't have the talent in general, he makes it work. He wins games. He gets the job done. That's Russell Wilson's career in a nutshell right now. The question is, what do they give him from an overall standpoint? I think you see that 97 because he has been looked at as a good scrambling, a good running quarterback. But as he gets older, second straight year now where he ran for under 400 yards, you start to question, when will Madden look and say he is getting older? He's going to just naturally not run the ball as much. When are they going to look at that and start to lower those rushing statistics a little bit for Russell Wilson, which I think will lower his overall a little bit as well. We're going to say 94 overall for Russell Wilson. Then we have big Drew Brees. Drew Brees and how he gets viewed by EA this season, it's going to be interesting. He's aging. He was a consistent 5,000 yard passer season after season after season up until 2018, where the Saints started taking the load off a bit there with a really good running game. And even more intriguing is seeing how well Teddy Bridgewater did this season. Will EA look at that and say, oh, anybody can play in that Saints offense and consider that? I don't think you can still, because it's still Drew Brees. He still played stellar this season, and he's still completing an outstanding 74.3% of his passes. That is what he dropped this season, 74.3. Let's talk about this completion percentage a little bit. I usually don't want to get too particular with it, because you know how it is. Some quarters throw the ball away, take care of the ball, it's gonna result in more incomplete, whatever. It can be a long story, but when you see outstanding numbers like Drew Brees, it needs to be mentioned. The last time Drew Brees didn't finish in the top 2 in the league from a quarterback completion percentage was 2012. Since 2010, there has been only 6 instances where a passer has thrown for over 70% in a season. Drew Brees is accounting for 5 of those. I almost question if we're starting to take Drew Brees' talents for granted here. You give him a decent run game these past couple of seasons, and look what happens. 74s across the board. When do you see that? Those are college ball numbers. 74? That's ridiculous. Teams can't stop him. Teams can't stop him without the run game. You add on that run game where now you have to respect it, and he becomes that much more dominant. Drew Brees has been the best pure passer in the league over the past decade. Take that hot take straight to the bank. 96 overall for Drew Brees. Then at number 1, to no one's surprise, is Big Patrick Mahomes, the 99 overall. Mahomes, to no one's surprise, comes in at the top of the list, and I can't imagine EA dropping his rating below a 99. There were times during the season he did seem containable, unlike that 2018 season where he just dominated, but then playoffs happened. Everyone got to see this this man's skill set, his ability to dominate, lead a team back from behind on multiple occasions, and he made it look easy. And I think those playoffs, as much as I don't like attributing playoffs to statistics, when you consider he's already a 99 and you look at what he did, won that Super Bowl, the way the playoffs went, I think it's going to be more than an easy layup selection here for Madden to say we need a 99 quarterback. It's going to be Patrick Mahomes. Those are our predictions. Would love to hear your guys' top 10s. As always, if you guys enjoyed the video, big thumbs up and subscribe is appreciated. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next time.